Hi, this presentation for Theme 2 in RED6544 will be much quicker than the presentation for the overview of the course and Theme 1. So our essential question for Theme 2 is, why is text selection important in reading comprehension? So please keep that in mind as you're completing your readings and moving into writing your learning log. So this presentation, again, will be brief. I'll just quickly go over the readings, and then I'll talk about the textbook analysis assignment. Just as a reminder, you do have a learning log due, as well as a teachers as readers post due, this theme as you will for all themes throughout the semester. You'll receive feedback from me on your first learning log and teachers as readers after the due date. So, if you were concerned at all about what you completed, just wait for that feedback, and that should help you move forward. So again, a number of readings, but if you pace yourself, you should be in good shape. So from the Cummins text, the chapter 4 and 5, Harvey and Goodvie, 4, 5, and 14. And then there's an article in Module 2 on Canvas by Morgan and Rosinski that is focusing on text and why it's important for reading comprehension. And then just as a reminder, please try to keep up with your PLC text so it's not quite as much of a rush towards the middle of June when the assignment is due. Okay, so your textbook analysis is your next step in the curricular quartet. So if you remember, when you completed the student assignment, you administered some assessments to get to know your student better and to be able to make a decision about a text that is appropriate for this student. This particular assignment then is based on you analyzing that text thoroughly to better understand whether or not it meets the needs of your student. And I want to point out the whether or not. So in a lot of cases, we as educators think we know the correct text to provide for a student, and sometimes it just isn't the right text. And that's okay for this assignment. So if you get through all the steps of the assignment and you realize that the book you selected was not appropriate, you'll just write about that. You don't change the text in order to find one that matches the student perfectly. You're going to learn about textbook analysis either way. So please don't, become concerned in terms of the assignment if you've picked a text that doesn't actually meet the student's needs. That's the point of this assignment, so it should help you out. Okay, so there's an assignment description and a rubric available in the syllabus. There's also a rubric on Canvas in the Module 2 so that you can use that as well. There's also the piece that will help you out the most is a template for this assignment. And within that template, it asks you to complete several steps in text analysis. Every step that you are asked to complete either comes from your course readings or from a document that is posted under Module 2 in Canvas. So for each step, you either need to look at Canvas or look at your course readings, and it specifies in the template what you need to do. So you'll complete the steps of that template, and that will be your textbook analysis. So I do recommend trying to get moving on that so you have a sense of what you need to do. But ultimately, based on what you learned about your student, you're selecting a text, and it should be a content area text. So that doesn't mean that it has to be a textbook, but it should be something that they're learning, either scientific content, scientific content, mathematics content, social studies content. It can be a fiction text, a piece of literature, if that's your focus. So if you want to focus on the English language arts and you want to pick a piece of literature, you can do that as well. And just follow the textbook analysis for the pieces that you can. So if you've selected a nonfiction text and the piece of the analysis asks you to look at something that is in the fiction genre, just don't do that part. Just do the parts that relate to the book that you used. Okay, so if you have questions about that as you're going through it, please make sure to email me, and I'll get back to you so that we can get this done correctly. So again, any questions, email me, and good luck with Theme 2.